Everyone, welcome back to episode 4. I ask again when he fell silent, standing like a long. Taehyung, what? No, yes, I mean, no, it was important. Dong asked me to accompany him, and I couldn't deny his request. Sorry, he looked guilty while saying that with his head lowered. Jungkook, well, to be honest, I'm angry because you lied to me. If you had told me the real reason, I would have still allowed you to take the day off. I explained to him slowly. He looked surprised but hearing me. I glanced with wide open eyes and surprised expression. Adorable, that what came to my mind. Thanks. So you are angry, Jungkook? He asked, looking confused. I just shook. Jungkook, nothing. I don't like crowded places, and Yuna is going to arrive here soon. Thank face later when I mentioned Yuna's name. Thank really, Jungkook. In a minute, I could clearly hear the excitement in his voice. Talking about Yuna, a car soon parked in front of the gate. I quickly walked to the car. There she was again sleeping. I lifted her with one arm and carried her bag with the other. Jungkook's sleeping princess, wake up, I whispered in her ear, and in return she turned her head to the other side. On the way in, they met me, and he looked genuinely soon. Yuna woke up, and as expected, she jumped down from my arms and ran to her Taehyung. Now I really doubt if she is even my daughter. Anyway, I let the two spend time together. Going inside the building, I greeted Yoongi, my best friend, and Taehyung, congratulating them on their upcoming marriage. Taehyung was standing with Yuna in her arms. Usually, Yuna would never be this calm in anyone's arms. She is really fond of them. I can see that. Soon all the guards arrive and the main event began. Everyone started greeting and talking with each other. Even though I am a businessman, I need to be professional. Oh, Mr. Jeon, what a coincidence. We meet again. A woman with thick makeup walked towards me. Do I remember her? No, I don't even know if we have met before. Jungkook, excuse me, may I know who are you? I asked as politely as I could. I came with my dad to discuss the Flare Hotel project. To touch my hand, but I quickly stepped it back to avoid it. Jungkook, oh, I see. Well, Yuna, Dada, let's go. Princess is hungry. Princess interrupted her, and I was so thankful for that. Jungkook, alright, let's go. I turned to the woman. Jungkook, excuse me. Then we left from there. I ordered one of the waiters to bring to their ride. I guided them to a corner table and let them enjoy the food. Damn, Jungkook, you are not eating. Damn, turned to me with a questioning face. Jungkook, no, it's fine. You can enjoy. You're not Dada here. Princess stood in front of me with a big piece of in her hands, asking me to eat. I crunched and took the bite from her. The piece she gave me. She then went back to sit beside them. You not turn around. Your mouth is dirty. Let me wipe it. Then struggled to handle the naughty Yuna. I just sat there and enjoyed the sweet scene in front of me. Jonah after much effort, Taehyung finally calmed Yuna down, but no, he really needed to use the washroom. He turned to Jungkook and asked Jungkook, can you hold Yuna? Jungkook nodded and took Yuna in his arms. Taehyung quickly walked to the washroom, unaware that something dangerous awaited him. When he entered, he unexpectedly found himself face to face with his bully Shah and his gang. They were smoking, and the moment they stepped inside, they all froze, noticing him a shiver run down his spine, as he knew they would make things difficult for him. Shah and the leader of the gang gripped when he saw him. Well, look who is here, he sneered. I thought today would be boring, but it looks like we have got a surprise guest. Things are dressed, and he instinctively took a step back. He wanted to run, but he knew they would block his escape. The gang started moving towards him and shouted, "Lock the door, no one leaves." Thanks POV, I felt trapped. The fear and anxiety from my past flooded as I realized I couldn't fight all of them, but I wasn't going to let them control me. I knew I had to act fast if I wanted to escape. I took a deep breath and studied myself. I'm not going to let you do this, I muttered, clenching my fist. Shah took another step forward, his grin burning. What's the matter, pretty boy? You are not scared, are you? Shah taunted, stepping closer. I quickly glanced around the washroom. There had to be something, anything I could use. My eyes fell on the nearby mop and bucket, but before I could hold it, Jung hold me from behind. Journal POV, the gang hold Taehyung and Cha. He started kicking and punching Taehyung on his stomach and face and everywhere. Taehyung was crying. He was trying to save himself and get out of it, but it was all out of his limit. Taehyung, stop, please, let me go, he screamed, and Jung held his Taehyung's mouth with his hand to stop his screaming, and soon Cha had some dark thoughts to hurt Tae deeply. He get right off his clothes and soon did the same with Tae. Taehyung was crying and kicking, but he was scared that he will be broken and no one will save him. He was praying for anyone or anything to save him. Cha kicked Taehyung down on the bathroom floor and came on top of him. Meanwhile, with Jungkook, POV, Princess, don't run. Please stay here for a while and then I will take you to eat ice cream, okay? Your Papa Tae will be here soon. Be a good girl. I was struggling to control a hyper Yona. On top of that, people kept coming to me with their nonsense topic, and at some point I started to feel really annoyed. Them was nowhere to be found, and it was only making things worse. Dong, where is them? I asked Dong, but he also seems clueless. Dong, Dada, look up at Hyuna suddenly let go of my hand and ran towards some random person aside and ran after her. This was so troublesome. After a long chase, I finally catch her up when I returned to Dong. What's the matter? Did you find Taehyung? I asked. No, Dong said, looking frustrated. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't find him. He said he needed to use the washroom. Wait. Dong, watch for me. I will go find Taehyung. Dong didn't go find Taehyung. Dong didn't say anything verbally. He just nodded and took Hyuna from my arms. I rushed towards the washroom, but I had this nagging feeling in my gut. Something wasn't right. I tried to push away the negative thought, but my face quickened despite my attempts to stay calm. Had he gotten lost? When I reached the washroom, I didn't notice the entrance door was locked, and that made me even more suspicious. Was he okay? I knocked on the door, but no one answered. I could hear strange noises from inside. Then I heard a loud, panicked voice. I was sure it was Taehyung. Banged on the door loudly, but still there was no answer. Jungkook opened the freaking door. I screamed, letting out all my frustration. Jungkook freak. I said, open the door. I was running out of patience. I kicked the door again and again. Soon a staff member came with the key. As soon as it was unlocked, I pushed past everyone. When I saw made my blood boil. Jungkook, you bastard. How could you? I jumped on the man who was on top of him. My mind went blank. I only saw red. I punched him again and again until I started. I pushed that bloody away and crawled to where Taehyung lay on the floor, lifting him gently. I crushed myself. I was on right time to save him before anything bad had happened, but too late. They had kicked him and humiliated him, and I don't know what more. I should have come earlier, but now wasn't the right time. Jungkook Dong, get the car. I took him my coat and wrapped it around him, trying to keep him warm. My mind was messed. Jungkook thinking, please don't leave me there. I whispered, my heart edge. Baby, I'm sorry. I'll never let you hurt again. I promise. I'm so sorry. My vision blurred with tears as I held him close, trying to keep him safe. But I knew I couldn't change what had happened. I was able to save him from any damage, but he might be terrified and scared, hurt and in pain from all those beating. Time escaped though. Papa Jungkook, we will reach the hospital soon. I called Auntie Yeon. She said we can enter through the back entrance. That way the media wouldn't see us. Thang looked really worried about his best friend. Jungkook tell mom to treat Taehyung. I don't trust anyone else except her. Even though it's our family hospital, I can't let my guard down. People who are greedy for power are everywhere. Taehyung was still unconscious and his body was getting cold. I held him tightly, trying to keep him warm. Jungkook, hang in there a little longer, baby. We will be there soon. I took his cold hand in mine and rubbed it gently to create some heat. When we entered the hospital, everything went smoothly. As soon as I saw mom already waiting for us, I felt a bit relieved. Jungkook, mom, we will leave him to you. Please take care of him, Jeon. Don't worry, Jungkook. He's going to be okay. Trust your mom, right? She gave me a warm smile and walked into the room where Taehyung was taken. Jungkook, I do. I trust her more than my real mother, the one who had never treated me like her child, who always insulted me. I saw Taehyung in that state. I felt like my heart had stopped. Was this all because of me? What if he ends up hating me? Yes, he will definitely hate me now. Dong, Papa Jungkook, don't cry. Dong sat beside me, even though he was crying himself. Dong, Papa Jungkook, he is going to be alright, right? He couldn't hold back his tears anymore and bruised his head in my chest. Jungkook, it's alright, Dong. He's okay, don't cry. I hugged him tightly. Dong has been with me since childhood. Even though we don't share blood, he is still my family, just like Yona. He brings happiness in my life. Dong, Jungkook. He cried loudly in my arms. Jungkook, it's alright, Dong. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself, babe. The door opened and mom came outside. Both Dong and I immediately stood up and rushed to her. Jungkook, mom, Dong, Aunt Jeon. Wait, calm down, you both. He is alright. There are some internal injuries, but nothing too serious. He is adjusted, so I have put him on But the main concern is he is mentally traumatized by what happened. If his brain was affected badly, it will be hard for him to recover. When he wake up, try not to mention anything about today's incident. Then Aunt go see him now. Gee, of course, baby, but don't wake him, okay? She turned to me. Jeon Jungkook, we need to talk. Mom pulled me to her office. Jungkook, what it is, Mom? I asked impatiently. Jeon, he is one, isn't he? Jungkook, yes, he is the one. I already lost him once. I don't want to lose him again. Jeon, don't. Does he remember you, Jungkook? Jungkook, I don't think so. Jeon, what if your grandfather finds out that he is still alive? You remember what happened to his father, right? Jungkook, I don't care what that old man does, but if he ever tries to hurt them, I will show him what happens when someone touches the people I love. Time escaped. Jungkook entered the ward. Taehyung was sitting beside the hospital bed, staring at Taehyung, who had still asleep. Where is Yoongi? He said he would come after with Yona. Wherever he is, I hope he comes soon. Right now, Taehyung needs him the most. Jungkook, Mom's calling you, I said in a soft voice, but he didn't move from his seat. Jungkook, don't worry, I will call you when he wakes up, I said again, trying to shoot him. Finally, he nodded and walked out of the room and sat on the chair beside the bed. Taehyung was still sleeping. He turned. He must have been very tired. Looking at his bruises, marks, his hands and face made me feel sick. How can I live on the same planet as those monsters? How could someone hurt such an innocent, kind boy who never thinks badly about others? Why would they do this? Why? Tears filled in my eyes. I held Taehyung's hand. I opened my mouth to say something, but only a quiet sob came out. Jungkook, Taehyung, I'm sorry. Hyung couldn't protect you. Hyung failed to keep his promise. Hyung is sorry. I sobbed uncontrollably. Jungkook, Hyung had so much to talk about. Even if you don't remember me, Hyung will always love you. I covered my mouth with my hands so no sound came out. Knock, knock. I quickly wiped my tears. Jungkook, yes, I answered, but my voice cracked even though I tried to control it. Yona, dada, Yona shouted from Yoongi's hand. Jungkook, princess, don't shout, I said seriously, afraid she might wake up Taehyung. Yona, okay, what happened to Apathe? Yeah, she looked clueless about everything and I was revealed. She is just a child. She doesn't need to know. Jungkook, nothing. Princess Papathe is tired. I picked her up and set her on my laps. Yoongi, Yona, Dada, why does Papathe have hurt marks on his face? She asked, pointing. Jungkook, it's alright, princess. Let Papathe rest, okay? When he feels strong again, you can play with him. I hugged her tightly and kissed her head. I stayed there the whole night in the hospital. I was afraid he might wake up when I wasn't there. Mom told me to go home and rest, but I was too stubborn to leave. In the end, she went home with Yona. Dong wanted to stay with me, but I asked Yoongi to take him home. The nurse kept checking him from time to time, and each time I couldn't stop myself from asking if he is okay. The night I didn't sleep at all. Mom forced me to go home to change, and I had no choice but to listen. I returned to the hospital in a hurry without eating anything. When I reached, Taehyung was already sitting beside Taehyung. Papa Jungkook, why is he not waking up? Taehyung responds with a trembling voice, Jungkook, he is tired, don't worry, he will wake up soon. I said softly, I couldn't say anything else. My voice is already breaking. Nurse, excuse me, Mr. Jeon, someone is looking for you. A nurse said, entering the room. I told Taehyung to stay and went to check who it was. At the entrance of the hospital, I saw Yoongi walking back and forth, looking very frustrated. I walked up. Nothing today. Aunt Jeon left Yona with me because she had a meeting. When we were ready to come here, I got a call and stepped away to take it. But when I came back, Yona looked scared. I asked her what happened, but she didn't say anything. Then, on the way, my secretary called me. You stopped talking, and it only made me more anxious. Jungkook, and what? I asked urgently that someone released the video from that night. Now everyone knows. I don't know who that person is who leaked it. To continue. Everyone hope it is gonna end soon and Taekook gonna be happy forever. How was this episode? Comment me down. I know it was heartbreaking, but this is how life and this is how our world is. This is the reality. Put me down your feelings about this episode. I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye bye. Love you. Parahi.